The wormhole caper and the rise of the comedic data scientist, Dennis, bless his cotton socks, which were perpetually damp and smelled faintly of stale Cheetos, wasn't exactly known for his scientific prowess. In fact, within the hallowed halls of the Department of Children and Family Services, definitely can't freaking science division, he was affectionately nicknamed Dennis the Menace to Physics. One Tuesday, while attempting to demonstrate the principles of static electricity with a balloon and a particularly fluffy cat, Mr. Snuggles, a therapy cat with severe anxiety, Dennis accidentally tripped over a power cord, sending a high-voltage surge into a discarded microwave. The microwave, inexplicably positioned next to a pile of ancient Mayan artifacts, long story, began to hum, then vibrate, then emit a blinding flash of light. A swirling vortex of purple and green energy materialized, a wormhole, naturally. Out popped Jabba the Pizza Hut, a prehistoric behemoth resembling a grotesquely oversized version of the old Pizza Hut mascot. Static electricity crackled around her like a bad hair day, and swirling autumn leaves clung to her immense form. Perched on her shoulder, wearing a snug cave diaper, was Modelo, a parrot caveman child with a penchant for fermented berries. Jabba's breath smelled faintly of stale pepperoni and pine needles. "Caw, pizza!" Modelo squawked, flinging a half-eaten trilobite at a bewildered Dennis. Trailing behind them was Medusa, a prehistoric gremlin sporting a Santa hat, in July, and a head of hissing snakes. She clutched two dusty velvet curtains, named Curtain Rod and Curtain Pole, for reasons known only to her. Her bionic googly eye named Archimedes, equipped with artificial intelligence that could do anything but find the truth, peeked out from her hair, leaving a trail of concrete crumbs, Medusa's culinary specialty, in its wake. "Greetings, Earthlings. I have brought you bread," Medusa announced, presenting a loaf of hardened concrete that could double as a doorstop. Dennis, his face now a sickly shade of green, let out a whimper that sounded like a deflating whoopee cushion. He scrambled into his sputtering, rust bucket of a car, which coughed and wheezed like a geriatric walrus, and sped off, leaving a trail of smoke and bewildered pigeons in his wake. Meanwhile, in Monterey Park, chaos reigned. Jabba, Modelo, and Medusa, convinced they were on a heroic mission, began improving the city. This involved releasing hundreds of prehistoric rats, much larger and more aggressive than their modern counterparts, redecorating City Hall with mud and vines, and attempting to pay for groceries with seashells. Dennis, in a blind panic, finally managed to dial the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. The LASD, previously known for their uber brilliance, they even used to tutor kids in quantum physics, or at least they tried, were now about to face their greatest challenge. Enter Numbthroat, the manager sheriff from the East Los Angeles College Station, a corrupt sheriff with a penchant for sword swallowing and a monster truck called the Throat Tickler, adorned with the bumper sticker, "Honk if you believe in gravity." He arrived on the scene, revving his engine and accidentally setting fire to a hot dog stand. Then there was Helicopter Sheriff, a narcissistic officer known as the Flying Cream Pie, who spent more time admiring his reflection in his helicopter's rotor blades than actually fighting crime. He attempted to apprehend Jabba by dropping water balloons from his helicopter, which only served to irritate the giant prehistoric worm. The East LA and Parks bureaus of the Sheriff's Department were utterly overwhelmed. They tried everything: tasers, which bounced harmlessly off Jabba's thick hide, tear gas, which Modelo found amusing, and even interpretive dance, which only confused the rats. The whole affair was captured on video by Archimedes, who helpfully live-streamed the debacle to the internet. Just when all hope seemed lost, a beacon of sanity emerged: Anthony, a data engineer and stand-up comedian. He arrived on the scene with a microphone and a data-driven analysis of the situation. So, Anthony began, addressing the crowd: "We have prehistoric creatures, a corrupt sheriff who swallows swords, another who thinks he's a pastry, and a government agency that clearly skipped science class. The data is clear. We're officially screwed. But hey, at least we have great content for my next show." Anthony proceeded to roast everyone: Jabba's questionable hygiene, Modelo's diaper situation, Medusa's concrete bread and curtains, the Sheriff's Department's incompetence, and DCFS's utter lack of scientific understanding. His sharp wit and insightful commentary had the entire city in stitches. The prehistoric crew, thoroughly embarrassed by Anthony's relentless mockery, retreated back through the wormhole, taking their rats and Medusa's curtains with them. The sheriff's department, their reputation in tatters, slunk away in disgrace. Dennis, after a brief stint in a stress-induced coma, was quietly dismissed from DCFS. Anthony, the unlikely hero, ushered in a new era of comedy, logic, and accountability. He sailed off into the sunset, metaphorically speaking. He actually took the bus, leaving Monterey Park a little bit wiser and a lot more entertained. The legend of the great prehistoric rat infestation and the epic roast of the century would live on, a cautionary tale of what happens when you mix government bureaucracy, questionable science, and a very talented data engineer with a microphone.
Don't be scared, jump up and your cares will soar away. And if the dark clouds start to swirl, don't feel a tear, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl. So let's all jump up super high up in the sky. It's no how we're up like dancing. You know that you're my superstar, so no one else can take me this far. I'm flipping the switch. Get ready for this song. Let's do the Odyssey. Spin the wheel, take a chance. Every journey starts a new romance. A new world's calling out to you. Take a turn off the path. Find a new addition to the cast. You know that any captain needs a crew. Take it in stride as you move side to side. They're just different points of view. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah.
That's all, folks.